say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Rainbow Warriors will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the USC Trojans offense will have the football first. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates, and while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy each and every week. This dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously, so it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Rides the back and leaves it on the option.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He'll try to pop the draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Back open in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
They have been running ISOs in football since the beginning of time, right? They want to isolate that linebacker. A lot of times they're going to pull a guard. Great job by the defense seeing it, getting downhill, understanding where the ball's coming, going downhill, attacking it, and getting a big tackle for a loss.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They'll go to the ground. Then through the contact.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. The Trojans line it up with a 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Using the quick game. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground, looking for the end zone. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The 12th play of this drive, the defense trying to dig in on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. Just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. He splits the upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
So Hawaii's offense will try to get something started with their first possession. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off the spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Davis will throw. Can't meet the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Rainbow Warriors are on the move. On the run, it's Roberts. There he goes. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Got him downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
He wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Roberts. Touchdown, Warriors! A great catch and run for 6. Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So it's an 80-yard drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead down 7-3. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his finger side to side and say, no, no, no.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. They'll start this drive going to the air. That's caught. It's Harris. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver, put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
And those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite.
Hits the afterburners. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
3rd down and long is the hardest down to execute in football, but this offense made it look easy. Nice job being aggressive, making the big play down the field, and now set up in a position where they can go get a touchdown on 1st and goal.
The Rainbow Warriors trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Makes it past the marker. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
The basic principles of the running game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other stuff that goes with it, but you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job early.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And that last run leaves him with a 3rd down. Will they keep it on the ground? Makes the catch. It's Snow. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. gives him the tough stiff arm. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Looking downfield, it's Mayala. Fires to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Man, what a break on the football. He read that the whole way. He just couldn't finish it. You know he saw the end zone. He saw the grass in front of him to break on that and maybe take it to the house, but just a missed opportunity.
They boot it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why don't they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
Fires one high and deep. Makes the catch down the right side. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. They dialed up the perfect call. Splendid execution. Now they've got it. Threatening 1st and 10 from the 27. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Breaks into the open.
And how about this defense flipping the field, turning a negative situation into a positive, causing the fumble, scooping that puppy up. You look at the blocking out in front of the guy, you can tell, chewing up yardage, puts it all the way back down the field, gets a ton of yards back, and now puts an offense in position to succeed.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. That's caught. It's Snow. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Trojans can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback keeps it. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps it going. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles.
The Trojans will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with him.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
He'll need to loosen up that arm. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. And the Rainbow Warriors send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Using his feet. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in the defense.
Turning it on! Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Tight end finds a soft spot. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for room, it's Jordan. Hard running there. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. And the Trojans will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now third and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for 6. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll cut this lead down to 5. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Davis looking to pass. Fires to the middle. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure's there, and he lets it go. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. And the offense will take the penalty, move the ball forward, and save the down. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Rainbow Warriors can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the shotgun, they'll run it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
Catch in the middle, it's Bell. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Rainbow Warriors have their offense in high gear. Now from inside the red zone. He's got it on the move. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Hawaii. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th.
Quarterbacks love finding their tight ends down here in this area of the field. Big targets in small spaces. Nice work on that TD.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. To the air, it's Mayava. Fires to the big fella. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Try to get it to the edge. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The Trojans come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. They've been very sharp on this drive so far. Now 1st and 10 from the 43. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there. He's down to the 37. And the Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. To throw, it's Mayava. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Trojans getting set on 1st and 10.
Nice execution by the offense on third down, understanding what they had to do to get the first down, pass complete, move the sticks, new set of downs.
They're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Snow. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Oh, that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This game is so close to being salted away if the offense can just run out the clock. Finds his tight end. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Rainbow Warriors in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Pocket breaking down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Davis will throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
Hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he can hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. You sort of think that over the years you get immune to these types of upsets, but this one is a shocker that might go on the list of all time.
Dude, huge win. Like, you can't say enough about being a team with a considerable talent disadvantage. Like, you're the underdog for a reason. You go in, this is a top 10 team you're playing against. Like, everything says you shouldn't win, but Palmer, they came out and they absolutely took care of business.
Yeah, they showed up in the biggest moment. You got to give these players a ton of credit. They may not be as talented as their opponent, but this was a game and an opportunity that they took advantage of. They made the plays they needed to make. They put the rest of college football on alert with this win. This is one these fans will be talking about for years and years.